Imagine this for a second. You're driving back home late at night on the highway. Snow is coming down hard. The road is disappearing under white. Your headlights feel useless. Visibility drops. 50 feet, 20, almost nothing. Then suddenly, a sea of red brake lights. Traffic stops. You wait 10 minutes, 20, an hour. To save fuel, you switch off the engine. Within minutes, the warmth inside your car vanishes. The glass fogs up, your breath turns to vapor, the temperature crashes below freezing. You grab your phone. No signal. Now you realize something terrifying. You're not sitting in traffic anymore. You're sealed inside a freezing metal box, completely alone, and no one is on the way. Every winter, thousands of drivers get stranded during severe storms. Think about events like the massive I-95 shutdown, where people were trapped nearly 30 hours without food, water, or heat. Most people believe their car is a safe shelter. It's not. Without fuel, a car isn't protection. It's basically a refrigerator you're trapped inside. Most drivers carry a spare tire and maybe jumper cables, but when the highway turns into a parking lot of stranded vehicles, none of that matters. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 specific life-saving items you should have in your trunk right now. Item number 3 is probably already sitting somewhere in your kitchen, and item number 5 could literally decide whether you wake up in the morning or don't. But before we open the trunk, we need to understand what you're actually fighting when you're stranded in a blizzard or a multi-car pileup. Traffic isn't the real threat. You're fighting 2 silent killers, hypothermia and carbon monoxide. The biggest mistake people make is trusting the heater. They think, I still have gas. I'll just keep the engine running. Here's the reality. An idling vehicle burns roughly half to 1 gallon of fuel every hour. If you only have a quarter tank left, that's maybe 3 hours of heat. At best, after that, the inside temperature matches the outside shockingly fast. And it gets worse. If snow blocks your exhaust pipe while the engine is running, carbon monoxide builds up inside the cabin. You can't smell it, you can't see it, it just quietly makes you sleepy. And then you never wake up. So your survival plan cannot depend on the engine. It has to depend on what you packed. Let's build the ultimate winter survival kit. Item number 1 seems obvious, but most people choose the wrong version. You need a heavy wool blanket or a true sub-zero sleeping bag. Notice I said wool, not those cheap polyester throws from gas stations. Those are decoration, not survival gear. Cotton and low-grade synthetics trap moisture. If you sweat or snow melts on them, they get wet and steal heat from your body. In survival training, we say, cotton kills. Wool is different, even damp. It still insulates. It traps warm air around you. If a high-end sleeping bag isn't in your budget, get a thick military wool blanket. When your fuel is gone and the heater is dead, that blanket becomes your lifeline. Wrap yourself tight. Share body heat with passengers. Heat is energy. Don't waste it. Item number 2 fixes a problem most people never think about until it's too late. Water. You might think, there's snow everywhere. I'll just eat that. Never do that. Eating snow lowers your core temperature fast. Your body has to burn calories just to melt it, which speeds up hypothermia. You need liquid water. But here's the catch. Plastic bottles freeze solid in your trunk. Then they're useless. That's why item number 2 is a single-wall stainless steel bottle and a metal cup. Why metal? Because metal can go over heat. If you're stuck for hours, you can melt snow safely. Plastic melts and releases toxins. A simple metal container turns the snow around you from a danger into a resource. Now, item number 3, the one you probably already own. If your battery dies and your fuel runs out, how do you create heat? A small DIY candle heater. All you need is a metal can, a lighter, and a few long-burn candles. Here's the science. A car interior is small and insulated. Even a tiny flame can raise the temperature enough to keep you above freezing. It won't feel cozy, but the difference between 20 degrees Fahrenheit and 40 degrees Fahrenheit can save your life. It also provides light and helps melt water. Important warning though, if you use any flame, Crack a window slightly for ventilation. Fire consumes oxygen. Still, having a heat source that doesn't depend on the engine is huge. Sometimes you're not stuck in traffic. Sometimes you slide into a ditch. Your tires spin. You're going nowhere. Item number 4 is a compact folding shovel and a bag of kitty litter. You cannot dig snow with bare hands. Your fingers go numb fast. A small shovel lets you clear snow from around the tires and the exhaust pipe. And the kitty litter? Traction. Spread it under your drive wheels, and it gives the tires grip to escape ice. Tow trucks get overwhelmed during storms. Self-rescue is critical. Finally, item number 5. The most ignored, but possibly the most important. When your battery dies, your hazard lights die too. Your car becomes invisible. In a blizzard, that's extremely dangerous. Other drivers or snowplows might not see you until it's too late. You need chemical glow sticks and a good headlamp, not your phone flashlight. That drains power, not a cheap handheld torch. You need both hands free. A headlamp lets you work safely. Glow sticks are for signaling. Hang them on your mirrors or antenna. They last for hours and cut through blowing snow better than light beams. They tell rescuers one thing: someone is alive in here. Look, nobody leaves home planning to spend the night stranded on a highway. But weather doesn't care about your plans. The difference between an uncomfortable story and a tragedy often comes down to a small storage bin in your trunk, a wool blanket, a metal cup, a candle, a shovel, and dependable light. These cost less than a tank of gas, but they buy you the most valuable thing on earth: time. If this helped you, hit like so more drivers see it. And if you want to learn how fire will kill you and why a $1,000 sleeping bag won't save you, watch the next video. Stay prepared, stay alive.